Hey guys, Horn 007 here, and this is my Win Synchro deck post-reaching Tempest for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. And first things first, since part of my build is part of my original Roid Synchro, where I incorporated the Roids from the Arc 5 era and the Roids from the GX era. But now, due to the Raging Tempest, this deck now incorporate the Wind Witches. And with the Wind Witches now, this deck is now mostly Wind Synchros, and I'm going to explain most of the cards in my build. And you can incorporate some of my cards in my build into your Wind Synchro build. And without further ado, let's start with the main deck monster cards, and then I go to the Yester deck. And for the Wind Witch lineup, I start with triple Wind Witch Ice Spells. She's just like the Speedroid Terratop for the archetype. Special summon her, and get to, when you control no monsters, search Wind Witch. And then, of course, the Wind Witches, their limitation is you can only synchro summon wind. Next, I run double of Glass Spell, which is the level 4 tuner. So, special summon Ice Spell, summon her, search the other tuner, which is Snowbell, which I also run 2 of. And with those monsters, you can instantly go for Invincible Crystalline Synchro Dragon or Invincible Stardust Dragon, since they're both level 8 Synchro Dragons, and they're both wind. And that's it for the Wind Witch archetype. Now for the Speedroid engine. And I'm hoping that this card does not get hit in the foreseeable future, since this deck runs so good with it. Triple Speedroid Terratops. It's just, since Terratop, you special summon it when you control no monsters. And you also get to search a Speedroid from your deck. Double Tech Tombo works as partner in crime. It says when you control a wind monster or monsters, you can special summon it straight to the field. And also you contribute this monster to get a tuner out from your deck. And for the to get the Speedroids from the graveyard back to the field, I play in this build double Speedroid double yo-yos. When you normal summon it, you could get back Terratop to get its effect off, or get a tuner back from your graveyard. And just like double yo-yo for the graveyard, I play in this build 2 Speedroid Horse Stilts to get the Speedroid monster out from the deck. So, like you can normal summon Horse Stilts, get Terratop's effect, get Tech Tombo, tribute Tech Tombo again, get Red Eye Dice or Trigon Dice. Or Denden Daiko Duke, and here's the tuners of the builds. And I mentioned Denden Daiko Duke, I play 2 of. 2 Speedroid Tri-Eye Dice, and that's the Necro Gardener of the deck, so if your opponent attacks, you can banish it and negate that attack. And the last tuner of the deck that I also play 2 of in this build, Speedroid Red Eye Dice. It can change the level of any Speedroid monster on the field except for itself between level 1 and 6. And the last monster of my deck that I play 1 of, and this is more of a tactical play to get some synchro plays out, and that is 1 Artifact Morale Tech. And that's it for the monster lineup. And now to the spell and traps. And for the spell cards, I used to run 2 of the speed recovery. Now with this build, you need triple speed recovery. This is the Monster Reborn and the Warrior Returning Alive for the Speedroids. So you can play this, special summon it, and then later on you can banish it to get a Speedroid back from your graveyard. Next is Double Twin Twisters to clear back row and pendulum zones. And since this is an all-win deck, why not incorporate the Rising Air current field spell? Give all win monsters a 500 attack point boost. And next, for all those defense monsters, when you do place them face down, 2 Fairy Meteor Crushes to give any monster the power to do piercing battle damage. And lastly, for the spell cards, 1 Dark Hole to clear the board, reset the board, and be done with it. Except for when the monster is unaffected by card effects, like Raid Raptor, Ultimate Falcon, Zushin, the Sleeping Giant, Dystopia, the Splendid Wing, Dragon Roar, Mortal Phoenix, all those cards that don't give a and they just stay on the field. And that's it for the spell cards. Now to the trap cards, and I play 2 Shadow Impulses. So when your levels 4 in this build, when a level 7 or level 8 monster is destroyed, you can special summon another level 7 or level 8 Synchro from the deck to take its place. Next, to counter a lot of cards, and when they activate, 2 Dark Bribes. And the drawback of this card, I know there's a drawback to this card. Your opponent gets to draw a card, but if you see like a Solemn Warning or a Strike, you can instantly negate that card and destroy it to keep your boss monster or your play going. Next, to hold up the problematic cards at bay, 2 Fiendish Chains to send the cards back to where they came from when they attack, Storming Mirror Force. Like for instance, the Zodiac Engine, they get all their monsters out, they attack, you activate this, the Xyz monsters goes back to the extra deck, the Xyz material go back to the graveyard, and they have to do their Xyz combo pieces all over again. And to back up on the Mirror Force end, 2 Quaking Mirror Forces. So when it's the opposite of storming, but you're putting them face down in defense mode. So you could really do so you could get your plays on and get over them. Oh, and another thing why I run Quaking Mirror Force in this, to complement the Fairy Meteor Crush. And the last top cards of this set of the build, 2 Dimension Walls. So when they destroy your monster, instead of you taking the battle damage, they take the battle damage. And that's it for the spell and traps. Now for the main event, the extra deck itself. In this build, I do double Crystal Wing Synchro Dragons. And that's the boss monster of this deck, since especially when you get the Wind Witch engine going to get an invisible Crystal Wing. 2 Stardust Dragons. Just like Crystal Wing, it's a level 8 Wind Synchro. Now you could also get out with the Wind Witches, and also an easy target for Bamboo Horse Stilts to go into. 2 Stardust Charge Warriors. 2 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragons for the Wind Witches. Also for the Wind Witches. And also the Speedroids can also go into her. Wind Witch Crystal Bell. No, Winter Bell, sorry. And here's some other cards that I also play in this build. And this is the main event right here that's been working out for me and have been working well. And that is 2 Shooting Star Dragons. And I'm gonna explain more on the Shooting Star Dragon real soon. 2 Formula Synchrons. And last but not least, 1 High Speed Roy Hagiota. And there's my extra deck for my Win Synchro. And now I'm going to show you what I mean by Shooting Star Dragon could play a crucial role in this. Just say I gotten everything out for Crystalline Synchro Dragon, like Glass Bell, Ice Bell, and Snow Bell. Go into Crystalline, and then they destroy Crystalline somehow, some way. And then I have Shadow Impulse face down. Shadow Impulse goes from Crystalline to Stardust. And then when my turn comes, if Stardust is still on the field, I could go Horse Stilts or Double Yo-Yo. Mainly gonna go Horse Stilts. Horse Stilts to Red Eye. Red Eye's effect make Horse Stilts a level 1. And then you can Synchro summon into Formula Synchron right from the go. And then you get your back row set ready to go for your opponent in your turn. When they go into their draw phase and then their standby phase, you Excel Synchro into Shooting Star Dragon. And then they will have a big time problem on the board. And that will explain why Shooting Star Dragon is in here, since you could easily get a Shooting Star Dragon in this. But if you want to run Shooting Star, run it. If you have your own variant of the Windwitch Speedroid, go with your build, and feel free to incorporate some of my combo plays or pieces into your deck. In the meantime, this is Horn 007, and I'm signing out for now. And to all you duelists out there, it is your move.